clarified when I died. I was late. His wife threw me out the building. Get out of here. People left. People are number one. Robin, stop being late. No one has to help you. These are very important people. They waited for you for an hour, and now you're late, and look how you're dressed, and get out of here. She was unbelievable. She still is. They're both living. He's 87, she's 85, something like that. Still terrible. Terrible people. I saw him 3 days ago. So what are you doing now? I was like, I'm speaking at a homeless thing. You ever hear Safe Harbour? She was like, no, I haven't heard about that. What is that? I said, well, it's like Trevor's house. Like when you took me to Trevor's house, it's the same thing. It's, I think, quite bigger. She was like, burst out in tears. She's a tough lady. I spent my whole life, we were used to, I was like, she's quick, I had to duck, She, but she never, I made that up. That part was up. But she burst out in tears, knowing I'd be speaking at Safe Harbour. She said, your mother was right about you. You're doing God's work. You do have a gift from God. And I said, well, I'm here because of you and your husband. I'm serious. I was at the end of my rope. I'm here because of the two of you. She was like, you must be crazy. No, you're not. We told you to go try to find a real job. We thought cartooning was crazy. When they did, they were like, what? I was like, listen, I'm going to pursue comic strips in the newspaper, like Beetle Bailey and Doonesbury and all that. She was like, no, you're not doing that. That can't happen. Get out of here. Even they were like, come on, you crazy? So, when Scott saw my work, he saw this woman named Sarah. I finally figured it out. I would have Sarah become that homeless character. Couldn't even see her. Just a scarf, just a hat, and a scarf, and some blankets like this. That's how she was introduced into JumpStart. And she'd be sitting out in a dumpster like that. You know what I mean? Couldn't even tell there was a human being in there. And Joe is trying to rescue her from the dumpster, and she's like, this is my home. And inside of that dumpster was all clean, and you could live inside of it. And I put Sarah into the strip. She came kicking and dragging, kicking and screaming, leave me alone, and she had health problems and all that stuff. And fully redeemed character now. Fully redeemed. They invited her to Thanksgiving at the house. And she met another character in the strip named George. Joe's partner, Crunchy, has a brother, George. She met George and ended up falling in love and getting married. I needed to show the humanity inside of a person who just is a victim of circumstance. That's all. She's a victim of circumstance. Now she's a beautiful character in JumpStart. This is what Scott saw in the paper. He was like, wow, she's always like, she's got flour in her hair now. And he's like, wow, Rob, I want you to talk about that redemption. That they're real people. And Sarah comes off as a real, fully formed character in JumpStart. In fact, she happens to volunteer at a thing called the Rescue Mission. And thanks for the tour. Yes, that was this morning. So the tour, I'm going to use a lot of that. And I'm going to bring it to the strip. The Rescue Mission will have a whole nother lush story, the way the Safe Harbour does. So yes, so thank you. You guys, you have to continue helping, contributing. There are people who simply cannot help themselves. I'm a living example of that. And you can't help hoping that there's something sort of in it for you, because there's nothing in it for the Clothier family. Nothing in it for them. There's a Jewish family, the Herdicks, in 1981 also came into my life. There was nothing in it for them. We're all one family now, suffering through this thing called life. The Clothier family lost their eldest daughter to a murder-suicide. She was a close friend of mine. Melinda Clothier lost her life to her husband, who committed suicide after. And then they leaned on me. They leaned on me. This was in the 90s, okay? You guys, we are put here for a very obvious purpose. And we know your purpose is, we know what your purpose is. That's when you know you have a gift from God. I love you guys. I love being here. Scott, thank you. I went over. I appreciate you, man. Thanks, you guys.